a new addition to Acustica Audio's Tiger compression suite. This is Tiger Mix Ultra. This is a part of the Tiger bundle, yet it is available as a standalone. What's different about this version of Tiger Mix is the preamp. The original Tiger Mix did not have the preamp option at all, and the original Tiger compressor line did not have the Ultra option. First thing you'll notice, this has the new ARIA engine, which takes a step away from the classic vintage look and gives a more modern look to their plugins. Input, output, at the top, we can change the size of the plugin. You have about 20 something presets in here. You can turn the compressor on and off independent of the preamp. Of course, we can turn off or on the preamp as well as the Ultra option. And if you're not familiar, the Ultra option adds to the preamp a breaking point in which saturation begins to happen. Down at the bottom, we have DS, Deep Space Control. I'm gonna have to pull out the manual for this one. Following the strategy used in other compressors on the market, an offset on the sidechain signal makes it possible to achieve lower attack and release times with the same harmonic distortion. This happens because signals that simultaneously have a lower value of intensity and frequency tend to create less stress in the compressor detectors. Unlike competing products, we have included this feature in the sidechain signal path only to limit the impacts on the output signal. I'm gonna have to let that mull in my brain for a little while. The sidechain option, you can also utilize an external sidechain, and you can listen to the sidechain. We have here what was historically called the SHMOD, but it's now called the transient and the sustain. We have the threshold, the ratio, the attack, the release, dry and wet. You can morph between compressor, limiter, or saturation. We have a low pass filter for the sidechain. Our stereo link option. We have a hold to option here. Makeup gain. We also have attack hold, release hold, the power, which goes from peak and a number of RMS values. And then we have what's called the detector strategy. Down here at the bottom, we have newly added dither options that were first introduced into Ash Ultra. Bitrate, your bypass, your listening modes, the oversampling with the new anti-aliasing technology built into it. We also have the curve readout, a number of compressor curves, and then here at the top, the preset management system. The power is in your hand. The deep kick. The hat. The snare. The claps. Percussion. The bass. The mutes. keys. The lead vocal. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. Talk left.
Well, you know, I'm not very good at reading minds, right? Well, you know, I'm not very good at reading minds, right?
Talk right.
Speak into existence what you need, woman. Speak into existence what you need, woman.
The background vocals. The chorus.
Ooh, don't know all I can say is let's. Ooh, don't know all I can say is let's.
Now we'll play the whole record before, then after. I don't know what you want.
You know, I'm not very good at reading minds, right?
And I don't know what you need, baby.
Speak into existence what you need, woman.
I won't know what you don't. Yes. And I don't know what that means, lady.
Don't know all I can say is let's figure it out. Figure it out at the end of the day. For us to figure it out.
All right, so you've had a chance to hear a quick little demonstration of what I did with the plugin. So let's talk about what's special about Tiger Mix Ultra. Everything in here is really no different. It's placed in different locations than the original Tiger Mix. However, the original Tiger Mix does not include the new Preamp tech. So for the purposes of this next demonstration, I've increased the output of the record before this instance of Tiger Mix to demonstrate the preamp section. So if I push the preamp up while the record is playing, you should hear it's almost like a clipping sound. It's not very pleasant. We'll back it off some. Right? Right before 18. That's the preamp by itself. Now I'll do the same thing, this time with the Ultra, and you will hear the new technology at play. It's a coalescing of those transients. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit because we are hitting it pretty hot. So let's bypass it. You can hear where the saturation really is getting growly is the best word that I can use. So it's definitely a coalescing of the signal with the Ultra on. Now, prior to this, the Ultra was almost unusable, right? It was usable in some senses, like especially on drums. It was fine on drums, but it was almost a little too hard, and for me anyway, in my experience. Now it's a lot more analog-like, so to speak. It's a little more softer on the signal as you reach into the upper ranges of the preamp. My final thoughts on Tiger Mix Ultra. By this being an update to the preamp technology, I am loving the direction that they are going. I still got to sit down and do a full review of the Tiger Suite to give you an idea of what all this is doing here. There are some additional things that are not included in here that are included in the full Tiger Suite. If you are interested in getting Tiger Mix Ultra, click the link in the description. Outside of that,